Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Mrs. Kelly and I am a flight attendant for a major US airline. I've been a flight attendant now for over 5 years, so I would like to think that I'm a little seasoned now. I'm a little more seasoned to be able to not only give you my point of view, but give you tips and tricks on how to become a flight attendant, how to maneuver the space of being a flight attendant, and also what do you do? You know, what are you supposed to do, right? How do you maneuver this big, beautiful, chaotic world called aviation, right? So before we get started, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more insights, more videos, and just more overall experiences of being a flight attendant. I have a lot of things planned for this channel. I'll have a lot of series, a lot of tips and tricks, a lot of travel hacks, just all things flight attendant in today's society. So this video will be all about how to become a flight attendant in 2025. If you're interested, please keep on watching. Okay, so here we go, right? So you've been considering becoming a flight attendant. Either you've been working a job that you don't really like, you love traveling, but you don't have the time to travel, you're a mom, but you're unsure if this space is for you, if you'll be able to maneuver this space as a mom, you're a wife, and you don't know if you want to be away from your husband for, extended periods of time, or you have your hand in other things and you're just not sure, right? Here's what we're gonna say, right? If you feel like this is the dream career for you, if you feel like this is something that you want to explore, just do it, right? It's like anything in life where you want to do it, you're unsure, then years pass and you regret not trying something. You know what I mean? It's pretty much the same concept. So, first things first, when wanting or thinking about becoming a flight attendant, what you're gonna do, if by chance you have the ability or you know somebody who's in the aviation industry and you can ask them questions, then do that first. Okay? That's gonna be my first advice. Do that first. If you don't know anybody in the aviation industry, guess what? You know me now, okay? We're now friends. We're now family, okay? So all you got to do is drop comments in the comment section and I will respond. I will answer all your questions that you have about becoming a flight attendant, right? Now, the first thing is you need to do some research. Figure out what kind of flight attendant do you want to be, right? I'm a commercial flight attendant. Like I said, I work for a major US airline. You can be a commercial flight attendant. You can be a private or corporate flight attendant, meaning you're working for like celebrities or you're just working private. You're working for those small airlines, not small airlines, but like those smaller airplanes, those smaller jets, and you're working with a specific person or a specific company. You're not dealing with 200-300 people on a flight, essentially, right? The other option is you can be a military flight attendant, which is really hard to get into from what I've heard. However, that would mean that you are literally flying troops wherever they need to go, That's what it would mean to be a military flight attendant. Now, I have never been a military flight attendant. I've never been a private flight attendant. I can only speak on becoming or being a commercial flight attendant. So that's what will be my point of view, right? Now, you figured out what exactly you want to do, what type of flight attendant you want to be, and now you need to figure out when our applications open. Now, here's the tricky thing, right? Each airline is different. Each airline has a set of people that this is the airline I want to work with. I don't want to work with anybody else. So when the applications open, it's a lot. It's a lot, okay? And it makes it a little harder. So you got to take that into consideration as well. My advice where applications are concerned is to apply. Apply to every airline that is open. Apply to every airline that has the applications up. Just apply to everybody. Apply to everybody, because then that gives you a better chance, that elevates your odds of becoming a flight attendant, right? Now, a lot of people might think, like, I'm one of those people who thought, oh, I need to go to flight attendant school to become a flight attendant. I was not going to pay another set of money for flight attendant school that I already have student loans. You know what I mean? And most people in today's society, you don't have that kind of money to then have student loans and flight attendant school loans on top of it. You know what I mean? You do not need to do that. The only time you need to do that is if you plan on becoming private. With military flight attendants, I'm not sure if they're trained, which I'm assuming they would be trained since it's a different level of security. It's a different level of clearance. I'm assuming you would have to be trained by the United States military to become a military flight attendant. But if you're wanting to become a commercial flight attendant for a airline, again, I only know about U.S. airlines, but I'm pretty sure like Emirates and stuff, they train you. All you need to do is apply. These airlines, they send you to school. Some is a month, some 6 weeks, some 2 months. They send you to training to learn all the things that you need to learn to become a flight attendant, right? So you don't have to worry about, oh, I need to go get into a flight attendant school. You don't have to worry about that. So after you've applied, right, this is now your point where you're doing your preparation. Granted, your preparation should have already started because you do need to save and do all of that, which I'll get into in another video. But you're doing your preparation for the interview. Most times, once you've done your application, they send you an assessment, right? And I think it's usually within like a week or so after you've applied, they send you an online assessment, which you do have to fill out to get to the next step, hopefully. Once you've done your assessment, if they feel like you've answered the questions the way they want, based on what they're looking for, then 9 times out of 10, if you are advancing, they'll then send you an online interview. That is a video interview. You're not talking to anyone. It's just you talking to the camera, just like how I'm talking to you. It's just a video interview. It'll prompt you with questions, and then you're answering the questions in the video. Obviously, you want to look professional. Obviously, you want to look put together. Obviously, you want to look like a flight attendant. What I did when I did my video interview, I ended up doing 3. What I did, which I don't know if that actually helped me or not, but I feel like it did, so I'm just gonna say it anyway. What I did for each interview that I was doing, I wore that company's color. Does that make sense? So if I was doing, or when I was doing my Delta video interview, I wore a purple top just to give them the idea that, hey, I'm already in the color. Look how great the color looks against my skin. Look how fabulous I look in your company color. Look how put together I look in your company color. Hire me. That was my idea behind doing that. And if I'm being honest, I think it worked. Because I only did 3 applications. I'll be upfront and honest about it. Because at the time when I was applying, there was only 3 open. No, I think there was more than 3 open, but there was only 3 that I was interested in. So I applied to 3. I wore the color for each interview. And I was offered a CJO for 2 out of 3. Okay? So I think it worked there for me. But it's just a little trick that I think it also shows the company that you took time and you put effort into, what you're wearing. You put effort into, showing them that you want the job. You want this job. Like, hire me, okay? So take that into consideration. Once you've done your video interview, if it is satisfactory and up to standard and what they're looking for and all those things, you will then be invited to an in-person interview, right? Now, for some airlines, it's a group interview, meaning there's 50 to 100 people there. Some interviews, some airlines, I believe they do like smaller groups and then individual. For my airline, it was a big group of about, I want to say 50 to 75 people that were there. We had different exercises that we had to go through throughout the day, because this is pretty much an all-day thing, okay? You had to go through different activities. They check you, they check your height, they ask you various different questions just to get like your mindset, back and forth, a little banter and all of that. And then you went into individual interviews, one-on-one interview. Mind you, this is at the end of the day. Now you're going into one-on-one interviews, which is a little nerve-wracking. But thankfully, thank you, baby Jesus, I was able to, and what they're looking for is your personality. What they're looking for is like your customer service, really. What they're looking for is like your ability to adapt, your ability to be on time. Time. Okay, aviation is one of those industries where being late is unacceptable. Being late will get you fired, okay? Without question. So being on time is important. But once you've made it through your interviews and everything, if they see it fit, a lot of times they will offer you a CJO, which is a conditional job offer. A lot of times they'll offer it to you on that day if they feel like, yes, this person is gold. Or for my airline, they call you. So they go through and I think it's usually like a day or 2 after your interview, they make calls to everybody that they wish to invite to training, right? So after that, you've got your CJO, you're preparing, you're waiting for your different intake emails and you're waiting. Trust me, it's a lot of emails. You got to stay on top of it because it's drug testing. It's a lot of emails that you have to keep up with, stuff that you need to get done before you go to training, all of that. Now, you go to training. All you need to do is do your best, okay? Do your best. Don't focus on anybody else. Don't focus on what anybody else is doing. Stay laser focused on what it is that you plan on accomplishing. Stay laser focused on the fact that you are there to get your wings, okay? Your wings is the ultimate goal at the end of the day. You do not want to leave training without your wings, okay? Especially if you've told people, oh, I'm going to flight attendant training. I'm going to be a flight attendant, If you've never worked in the aviation industry, it might be a little hard. But it's not impossible because there's plenty of people who've done it. I had people in my class that were retired, that was over 60, over 62, that were retired already and came to training and passed. So it's not impossible, it's not undoable. You just need to focus, stay laser focused on what it is that you're there to do and get the job done. Leave with your wings, okay? So, you want to become a flight attendant, prepare, do your application, prepare for your assessment or do your assessment, prepare for your video interview, right? Prepare for your in-person interview. Make sure your hair is done, your nails are nice and clean. You don't need a manicure, but your nails need to be nice and clean. Prepare your clothes, iron your clothes, get there on time, okay? You've gotten your CJO because you've done your in-person and now you're in training. Do the work, okay? Do the work. Stay laser focused, do the work, and I'll see you guys on the line, okay? Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. It's Mrs. Kelly. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. And I'll see you guys in the friendly skies. Later.